What's going on, family? It's your girl back again with another podcast video for y'all. I'm not used to these mics. I gotta get used to talking to them and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, welcome back. I hope y'all been enjoying all of the guests that I've been having on lately. They've been all so amazing. It's been great. The conversations have been great, and I'm so excited to bring my very special guest on today, my girl Cassie.
Hi, everybody.
What's going on? Yeah, I got my girl Cassie on today. We're going to have some great conversations. I hope y'all ready for these great conversations that Cassie's going to bring to you guys that we're going to talk about. So, for those of you who don't know, Cassie is my girlfriend. We have been together for 2 years. 2 lovely years, and it's been a fun ride. It's been a fun experience on these past 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said yeah. Why you say it like that?
I don't know. Our first year was long distance, and then this last year's been a fun journey.
It has been a fun journey. Well, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience? Make sure you speak loud because you want to make sure that they can hear you on YouTube.
So, hi, my name is Cassie. I'm originally from Michigan.
Woo woo! Shout out to Michigan.
But I moved out here to live with Cassie. And like she said, we've been together for 2 years. 1 year was long distance, and this year I've been out here.
Yep. So that's Cassie. You already know. So today I have some very interesting things that I want to talk about with you, and I think you're the perfect candidate for these types of conversations because it is things that I feel like a lot of people wonder about. We all wonder about these things, so I think it's only right to have somebody that has done some of these things talk about them. Okay? So shout out to you, Cassie Cass. Alrighty. So the first question I have for you is, you took a big risk by moving here with me to Louisiana. So what would you say the number one quality that you had to take that risk, or how were you able to take a risk in spite of all your fears? So I know that's like two-part question, but you can either answer one or the other. So either the quality that you had to be able to take the risk of moving to a whole nother state with somebody, she didn't even know me, guys. Like, we were long distance, as she said, so she kind of just took a chance and came and visited me beforehand. Before she didn't just move. Like, she came to visit me. I got her a plane ticket, but she came to visit me and after we met online. So what made you be able to do that? Because most people can't do that. They couldn't imagine just leaving their home and coming visit somebody they don't know.
Yeah, it definitely was a big leap of faith, but I think you helped. You were the main reason why it was so easy, because when we first met, everything just clicks. They say you know when you know, but I think it like really comes, like it's really that. Like you feel it. And I felt it from us just talking, and then when I flew out here, the connection and just the communication we had really made me just determined and driven to just move out here and be with you and start a life.
Okay.
I don't know if that really answers your
So
question.
it was more like it was more like of an intuitional thing. Like you had the intuition that you weren't coming out here to see somebody that wasn't worth or wasn't about what they say they were. Like you had the intuition like this was gonna be okay.
Yeah, and like I think just from us talking and just the way we were, and then just when I came out here to visit, it just felt right. And usually I'm not the type to do that because I'm very close with my family.
Yeah, she's very close knit. Yes.
So the fact that I did it, it was basically you. You kind of brought that out in me, and I knew you were like kind of like we just motivated and pushed each other to be better and just be our best versions of ourselves. So I would say, yeah.
Okay, cool. So it was more intuitional, you kind of felt that this was going to be okay, and so despite of whatever you may have thought, you knew, okay, this is going to be all right, so I'm going to take this leap.
Yeah.
All right, I respect that. I respect that. Like they say, when your intuition talks, go with it. Your intuition will most likely 99.9% of the time will not lead you wrong. So shout out to you for putting that out there, man. Listen to your intuition. All right, and take risks. Take risks, y'all. Take risks. What are your thoughts on interracial dating? Oh Lord, is it a struggle for you, or is it not really a big deal in your life? And also, being with a woman as well, but it's really about interracial dating. But
I don't really think
it's not a bad experience for you.
Yeah, I don't really think it's like what'd you say, like a struggle?
Yeah, is it a struggle for you, or is it not really a big deal?
I don't really think it's that big of a deal. Sometimes I do like get a little heated if someone treats you, if I think they're treating you different than me, I'll tell you about it, but I won't ever like confront them or anything. But I think the main thing is, I know you didn't ask this, but I think the struggle can be more of the same sex thing.
Yeah, I think it definitely is more of the same sex situation that I think we personally face together and individually. Obviously, it's not really it's still, even though we're in 2023, it's still something that's still, you have religion, you have all of these different ideas and ideologies, and, everybody has their own way of thinking. Some people come from small towns, some people come from big cities, some people grow up very open, some people grow up very closed off, conservative, there's all these different ways of life, and so having to not really be what is considered normal or normal couple, normal relationships, I think that is more of a issue we see more, is being two women together is more of a conversation and more situations we may encounter than her being white or me being black. So, and like I said, it's still a kind of a taboo thing even in 2023, and I don't think that's ever going to really go away. And I'm not complaining about it, but it's just, obviously sometimes it's like, here we go. But I'm glad that you don't really have too many deep or bad situations that have ever, or rude, or, I'm glad you haven't had any bad experiences too much with being in an interracial relationship. I can't talk. Interracial relationship.
Yeah, no, everything's been I don't have any complaints. Like you said about the same sex thing, even though it is 2023, I think we still, not just us, but like everybody in the same-sex relationship struggle a little bit. And I think it has to also do with like small towns, like you said, and like different areas.
Yeah, it depends on the area.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Depends on the area and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if people don't see something a lot, then it's gonna be a lot harder for them to understand it or even accept it. But if people see things constantly, they're like, oh, it's just another walk in the park. They're around it enough to kind of know, okay, this is what it is. Even if they agree with it or not, they know, okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? So, I respect that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully it can get better as time goes on.
Yeah.
Just in the world, I feel like we don't have that many complaints about it, but there's always stuff that happens.
Yeah.
But I just hope it kind of gets better in the world.
Yeah, and we're open people. We're open to anything, whether you're straight, whether you're not straight, whether you're black, white, whatever you are. I mean, we're open people. So whatever floats your boat, whatever makes you happy, whatever you need to do, whatever's best for you, do that. You know what I'm saying? If you ever change your life, whether you feel like, you got to do X, Y, and Z, date this person, date that person, it doesn't matter. Do what's best for you in your life, and you're going to be all right. So, on to the next. I'm glad we're talking about this, why is it so important to embrace differences like people, places, and things? And we kind of were just already talking about that, but why is that important for people to embrace differences of people and places and things and all that?
I think it's important because not everybody comes from the same background, the same, not everybody likes the same things. Like, some people like sports, some people like movies and TV shows, like, or anime or something. Just everyone's got their own preference on what they like, and just like nobody looks the same either. So I think it's important to accept somebody based on what they like, and I think it's just important, like, to just know that everyone's different. Like, that's why no one looks the same, you know, and everyone's born differently. And I think that also,
All right. Well, I agree. I think when it comes to embracing different cultures and people and things, I think it requires a lot of open-mindedness,
patience maybe.
patience, and just understanding. Yeah, having that understanding that not everybody's gonna have the same thought processes as you, no matter how much you would want them to. Everybody has different life experiences and different ways of thinking, and so having that understanding is really gonna help to embrace different things that may not, even if you, like we said before, even if you don't agree with it. I think it's just being open to why people may be the way they are and getting to know who they are, because somebody's story is really going to help to understand why they're doing the things they're doing, or why they may have these thoughts, or, you know, connections and things like that. And so the more that we become embracive of each other, I think we can maybe solve a little bit more problems in the world. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking, but I think it's a good thing. So if you're out there and you're a little closed-minded, maybe it might be time to open your mind a little bit. You don't have to agree. Just speak to people that you don't usually speak to. You know, have different type of relationships and friendships, and go to places you never thought you would go. If you're poor, go somewhere that's or you maybe don't have a lot of money. Go somewhere where you're around a bunch of people that got money, just so that you can feel something different. You can experience something different. And I preach this all the time because I feel like it's so important. And if you don't want to do it, it's great. But I feel like if you do it, you might discover some things you never saw before, and it may change your life in a good way. So hey, just saying.
Yeah. To go off of that real quick. Yeah, I agree. I think the number one thing is understanding someone else, and then being open-minded. I think if people did that more, the world would be more accepting. And yeah, I just think you just gotta step outside your box sometimes and just see the world and just get to know people.
For sure, I agree. Most definitely. All right. What are some places you want to travel to, and how important do you think traveling is?
Well, I think traveling is super important. I think it lets you see different places and like the surroundings of each place, and how maybe people live, or how they interact with different people. And because every place is different, every place has their own types of rules, or just like
Ways of life.
I guess. Yeah, different ways of life. And I personally, I love traveling. I just like exploring new places and seeing what it's like. It's just like a whole new world.
Okay.
And I would like to travel to a lot of places. I'd like to travel to Greece, Bora Bora, London, Paris,
Come with me.
France.
Leave all of your things, yeah. We can start the lyrics. I'm always singing Drake lyrics.
Just
fly you out to Greece. Hey, that song is hard. Yeah.
Just a lot of different places I'd like to go to.
All right. So you said Greece and what else?
Bora Bora. And
Ooh, I would
maybe
love to go to the islands. I would
Yeah.
really love to go to the islands. That would be nice. But yeah, I think if I go out of the country, you know how I always say I don't really have a desire to go out of the country.
Yeah.
Is that weird, y'all? I actually don't have a desire to go out of the country. Out of all the traveling I've done so far, I've always traveled in the States. I've never been out of the country before, and I don't have a desire to. But I think if I ever thought about going out of the country, she just made me think about it. I would like to go to the islands, like yeah, Bora Bora, some type of nice ocean view resort type vibe place. I think that'd be nice.
Yeah, we both, like, well, I feel like we both don't really have a desire to go out of the country, but there are places I would like to go, but I'm not, like, so
It's
passionate.
weird. I don't know why.
I'm not, like, no, I'm not, like, so, like, passionate to where I need to go now or something. Like, it could wait some time.
I don't care if I ever go or not. That's
But,
not
yeah,
it
even
for
if I
me.
didn't go, I wouldn't be,
I think you really want to go. I think you're just saying that because I say it.
no.
I think you really
Well, I
would
feel
like
like-
to go
I
out
feel
of the
like
country.
Greece-
I just don't have a desire to go out of the
I
country.
feel like Bora Bora and Greece, though, those are the two exceptions. Those, like, I would love to go there.
Yeah.
But I just think it helps you grow.
For sure, for sure. I agree. All right. Oh, see these mics, man. I'm trying to get used to these mics. All right. How do you stay motivated to keep going in your life through all the ups and downs? What's your biggest motivation? What gets you up in the morning?
Good question. I just think, well, first off, I think you help with that because you're always helping me stay motivated and waking me up at the crack of dawn sometimes. And keeping me, like, busy.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think also, I think a big motivator is just, I know I've gotten through tough days and tough times before, and I've gotten out of it stronger. So even though it's hard sometimes, I try to keep that in the back of my mind. Also, I just try to, I think living away from my family is a big motivator because I know that, like, I can't just, I mean, there are days where I can kind of, like, relax and stuff, but I can't really fall into, like, I can be, like, sad and maybe down, but I can't really fall into, like, a depression that hard or just be unmotivated and not do anything because I have to provide for myself. I got bills to pay. I got a job, you know. So I think that just knowing that and knowing I have to provide for myself and that I live away from, like, family and stuff, and I got my own bills and my own just everything, I think that keeps me motivated. So yeah, that and just you pushing me.
All right. Cool. I respect that. Sometimes it takes a partner. Sometimes it takes a good friend. Sometimes it takes a good support system to really keep people motivated. Sometimes it just takes pain, you know. Sometimes it's just pain that just gets you going. So no matter what it is that you use as motivation, shout out to you for having ways to motivate yourself, and shout out to everybody else out there who does have different ways that they find. Some people have kids, you know, that helps them to stay motivated because you know you have a person that relies on you that you have to take care of, so you can't be out here slacking. You gotta make sure your kids are good. You know, some people have a pet. You know, your pet is kind of the same way. You gotta feed it. You know, you gotta make sure it's okay. So same thing with a pet. They motivate you to get out and take care of them as well. So no matter how you find ways to motivate yourself, as long as you're able to get yourself back up through all those situations that you go through in this life, that's all that matters. So
I think also, like, before we were even dating, you were motivating me from the beginning. You just, and then before that, I mean, maybe Maybelline.
Maybelline is her cat. Is her family's cat. So yeah, she's so cute. I love her. But I'm a cat person, so of course I'm gonna say to buy every cat.
Even though that was out of the box, I think, like, just getting up, playing with her.
Yeah.
But she loves me. I don't know. Maybe you have to cut this out.
Well, shout out to you for coming on again, Cassie. Appreciate you for coming on and giving some real spill, the real deal. You already know. Yep, that was the last question. So thank you again. Appreciate you. I hope the audience is receiving you well. I hope y'all are. You know, if you're not, you know how we roll anyway. We gonna keep it going anyway. So shout out to y'all for subscribing, liking, and commenting, and being a part of the team, being a part of the fam. We appreciate y'all. And hit me up. Let me know what y'all got going on with y'all selves. And we are going to be back with some more podcasts. You already know how your girl's coming. So peace. I'm so far away from the camera, so I can't do like this. All right, bye, guys.